Virgo placements. Virgo sun, moon, rising, or stellium. Virgo, let's see what we have for you. If you want a private reading, the link to that is in the description box. Let's see, what do we have for Virgo? Wow, we are starting with the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Do you know that you have a little crush going on? Someone here is crushing on you. You know, I feel like even if you know this person, and you know that they are kind of into you, they're hiding who they truly are from you. Why is that? Meaning, let's say this person is not really showing you their cards. Like they're telling you the things that you need to know, but not the things that they want to tell you. I feel like they are concealing their identity to some extent. So they're not telling you everything about who they are and what they are and possibly what they have. I don't think they're lying. I think this could be like lying by omission, by not telling you bits and pieces of who they are, rather than you asking and then they are lying. You know what I mean? So I feel like they are concealing parts of themselves from you. Okay, this is why I say a crush situation, because I thought that it would be someone that is crushing on you, but they're not telling you. But it could be about who they are. So you could know this person, but they're not really telling you about themselves fully. I feel like this person is concealing parts of themselves. They think the timing is not right. Oh, I see what's happening here. This person is trying to see if you are trustworthy before they tell you all about themselves. So they could be testing you. They could be testing if you are worthy of trust. They could be testing you. Because I feel like there is something about timing and concealment here. It's like, I'm not going to tell you everything. I'm going to see how things go first. Yeah, lying by omission. Lying by omission. It's not that you asked and they lied. It's about you not knowing because they didn't speak on it. So this person could be doing something and not telling you, or it could be parts of their identity. Like, for example, they could have not told you their last name. I don't know. They could have, I don't know, maybe they didn't tell you about their job or their occupation or whatever. It feels like they are concealing parts of who they are from you for whatever reason. I feel like it feels because of trust. This person is on defense, meaning they are trying to see if you are someone that is worthy of letting in. They either have trust issues or they just want to see if you are worth the time or worth the trust. So I don't think this person is making conclusions. In fact, they are not drawing any conclusions yet. So they're refraining from making any conclusions. And with time, they believe that everything will be clear. It's like, if you need to know, you will know in the future. So they could be private. They could be private. Maybe a little bit secretive. But I'm sensing more private than secretive, because the lying by omission, it feels like they don't want to show you everything. It's like, if you ask, I'll answer, But if you don't know, well, I don't have to speak on it. And you know, it's valid. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, they're not telling you everything about them. You could be asking, for example, so tell me more about yourself. And they could be like, well, what do you want to know? Rather than them just like bleh, opening their mouth and saying whatever. And if you ask specific questions, they will answer those specific questions. But if you don't ask something specific about who and what they are, they will not mention it. For example, and I'm not saying that this person is hiding something like that, but I'm just saying, for example, people usually don't ask if the other person has a criminal record, right? So the person will not say, hey, by the way, let me tell you about myself. I have a criminal record. Unless the other person is like, hey, do you have a criminal record? And they'll be like, yeah. Do you understand what I mean? Because usually people wouldn't go around saying, hey, do you have a criminal record? Usually they will say, what's your favorite color? Or what do you like to do for fun? Right? So they're not going to expose parts of themselves, even if it's good or bad or whoever or whatever, unless you ask. Do you understand? Specifically, ask. So the mention of the criminal record thing to show you that this person will not just come out of the blue and tell you that, hey, I have a criminal record. And I'm not saying that they do have a criminal record. I'm saying it as an example because it's not something that people usually ask. So if you're not asking specific questions, Virgo, start asking. Because they're not going to tell you unless you ask specifically. I feel like they're private. I feel like it's like, hey, who needs to know? You want to know? Okay, well, there's the answer. But if you're not going to ask, I'm not going to come out of my own way to let you know about something you didn't even ask about. Which is, I feel like it's normal. It's like, yeah, okay. Makes sense, right? They're so into you, though. They are so into you, so attracted to you. So I guess the crush situation is valid. So at the beginning when we talked about this person has a crush on you or crushing on you, yes, they are. There is fire in their pit that burns for you. So you make them feel things, Virgo. There is attraction here. They are attracted to you. And you know, I'm getting that even the things that you wouldn't find attractive about yourself, this person finds attractive about you. So you could have like flaws or things that you're not really confident about, and this person points out that, oh my god, I like that, or you know, like they could compliment you on things that you're not really particularly enthusiastic about yourself. If you are wondering if they really mean those compliments, they do. They do. I am getting that this person is a little bit, if you're thinking, oh my god, I have insecurities, this person has more insecurities than you are, than you do, than you are. So do keep that in mind. That if you think that this person is confident, no, they're not. Not. Here's the thing. I feel like they have more insecurities than you do. That's it. It doesn't make them like a bad person or a not so confident person. People can conceal those insecurities very well. Right? Everybody has insecurities. Something that makes them feel like they're not as good as the other. Right? Unless you do like enough healing and enough love on yourself, you can minimize those insecurities or their effect on you. But they are still there, right? And it's normal, it's human. It's what makes you human, okay? So I feel like if you think that they are perfect and you are not, no, They don't see themselves like that. Even the people that seem as perfect to us, they probably have more insecurities than we do. Do you understand? In fact, there was a study done on beautiful people. They are full of insecurities. When they are asked about their insecurities, they are full of insecurities than the person that is not so attractive. Because think about it. The pretty people work really hard to maintain that image to others, which means that they consider those insecurities. So they work really hard on maintaining that beauty, that handsomeness, in order to appear that they are good enough to meet the beauty standards, right? And the people that kind of like, they're not really swayed left and right with the beauty standards, they will be more confident, or they will be more, or they will have less insecurities, because they're not out there trying to be someone they're not. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with meeting beauty standards. I'm saying that the people that work really hard on maintaining the perfect image are actually the ones that have way more insecurities than the average person. And it makes sense, right? It makes sense. You know what, Virgo? I feel like this person sees you as better than them. You know, I feel like they could be testing you. It's like, I want to see if Virgo will like me for who I am, rather than like me for what I am, which is so interesting. What I am could indicate that this person has things that makes them lucrative, or that makes them, that makes other people interested in them. But I feel like on a deep level, this person doesn't feel like they are worthy of you. And you could be disagreeing. You could be saying that this person is the most beautiful, most handsome person that you've ever laid eyes on. You could think that, but they don't think that. Do you understand? So I feel like there is something about them feeling like you are out of their league. Is that how you say it? Out of their league, right? Like you are someone that is better than them. But I do see that they're being careful with you. It's like they're walking on eggshells. They're careful with what they say, what they do, what they tell you. They choose their words like carefully, is what I'm getting. They're not like, you know, like open and I don't care and I'm gonna, you know, that's who I am. No, they're being careful. They're being careful. Maybe they like you that much that they're being careful with what they say to you. I do see they're really into you. They are really into you. And maybe that's why they're walking on eggshells, because they want to make sure that they don't do something that could jeopardize the connection that they have to you, or the future of that connection. So even if the connection between the two of you isn't solid, maybe you just know of them. Maybe there is nothing that happened just yet. I feel like this person's thinking about, there is the possibility of us being together, so I don't want to ruin that possibility. So I have to be careful in making my move towards you. So even if you haven't dealt with this person on a deep level, romantic level, they're kind of like preparing for the future. Yeah. And no matter how perfect they appear to you, they have their own demons or shadows, as they say. You know, they are someone that could appear like perfect on the outside, but there are things about them that they are not very confident about. It could be emotional insecurity, it could be physical insecurities. It could be like a program of some kind, you know, like looks and insecurities don't go hand in hand. It doesn't matter if you look great. It's what's happening inside that will show you how confident or insecure a person is. So even if they pretend to be confident, that's because they're being careful in their approach to you. Do you understand? I feel like with time, they will relax more in showing you who they are. And I do feel like they have trust issues. You know, they don't wanna be vulnerable with you and then it backfires. Like there are a lot of people that fear vulnerability because that means that they will have to risk being disliked or being shamed or being whatever. So they don't want to have that with you. They want to make sure that they can trust that you're not going to backstab them or that you're not going to use their vulnerability against them, which is valid, you know, it's very common, very common. So that's what's happening in this energy, or with this energy. The signs that I see here, Cancer, Sagittarius, and that's it. So they have Cancer or Sagittarius in their chart. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Stellium. Okay? That's your first message, Virgo. The second message, we're going to pull for the Virgo extended members, but I'm going to give you a preview before we take it there. Whew. Let's see, Virgo. You have someone here that talks about you, thinks about you religiously. Religiously. They're stalking you as well. So you have someone here that's very invested in you. It's like they can't shut their mouth about you. They can't get you out of their system. They can't get you out of their mind. There is heavy emphasis on thinking about you. I feel like this person stalks you, thinks about you, dreams about you perhaps. Religiously. I keep hearing religiously, and I spit saying that. Okay. This person could be closer than you think. This does not have to be romantic. Meaning, I mean, it can be, but it can also be family, friends, or lover. Doesn't have to be lover, okay? This person is low-key obsessed with you. It's like obsessed with what you do, what you say, what you're up to. Kind of obsessed with you. They could even imitate you. Wow, okay. They could even imitate you. So, for example, if you do something, they do the same thing. They could have the same face expressions. I don't know why I want to say that. For example, you could have like a way of saying something, and this person copies it. For example, you could do something like funny with your face. Let's say, for example, let's say you do that when you're talking. This person will do the same. It's a little bit childish, but you know, it happens. So when someone is obsessed with you, it's almost like they become a copy of you, even if it's a subconscious thing. Meaning that the person will start to copy things you do. And it could be even a subconscious expression. Like a face you pull, or like the way you say a word. You know, like sometimes we say a word in a certain way, And then the person that is very focused on you will start saying the same thing, or will start to speak like you. You have the same manners as you. Because they're focused on you. Do you understand? Let's see where this goes. The extended link is in the description box. I'll see you there.